Are you an immigrant with legal status in the United States? Your right to stay here might be at risk. In this video, we're breaking down the shocking plans that Trump and his allies have to deport over 1 million legal immigrants. You'll learn which groups are being targeted, why this matters, and what you can do to protect yourself. And we're starting right now. I'm Brian Manning, and I used to be an asylum officer with the government, but now, as an asylum lawyer, I help immigrants all over the country to secure their future in America through asylum. Let me know in the comments if you've got an asylum case pending, or maybe you're considering applying. And listen, I'd especially like to hear from you if you've been waiting for an asylum interview with USCIS for multiple years. All right, so former President Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance, have made alarming statements about their plans to deport immigrants who are currently in the United States legally. Now, this isn't just rhetoric. It's a concrete threat to over 1 million people who are trying to build their lives here under programs created by the Biden administration, many of whom are fleeing persecution in their home country. Trump recently told reporters, "Get ready to leave because you're going to be going out real fast." Now, he's specifically targeting immigrants who entered the United States under 2 key Biden administration programs. Let's break this down. The first program is called the CBP One application. Now, this smartphone app allows migrants to schedule appointments at official U.S. border crossings on the southern border to seek asylum. Now, people who use this mechanism get let into the country on what's called parole, which is a legal status that lets them get a temporary work permit and allows them to remain here legally for a certain period of time. Since January 2023, over 800,000 people have used this system to enter the country legally. Now, the second program, launched last year, permits 30,000 people monthly from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela to come to the United States if they have a financial sponsor, pass background checks, and fly into an American airport instead of crossing the southern border. And no, by the way, the US government does not pay for those flights, despite what Republicans might say. Now, the program, known as the CHNV process, gives people parole status, usually for 2 years, allowing them to work legally during that time. Many of these folks do, in fact, go on to apply for asylum. Now, about 530,000 people have entered under this particular program. So these 2 initiatives, the CBP One mechanism and the CHNV process, well, they were designed to reduce chaos at the border, cut out dangerous smuggling networks, and allow for better vetting of migrants. And these programs, along with a couple other executive orders limiting asylum, have been credited with drastically reducing the number of people coming to the southern border. In short, they're part of a broader immigration framework that is actually helping the United States to get control of the border. But Trump and his allies view these programs as an end run around immigration laws set by Congress. In reality, they simply don't want immigrants coming or staying here. So Trump is promising to end these programs. But it's not just that. He's actually saying he'll deport the people who are already here with legal immigration status as part of the programs. And this, folks, is pretty shocking. A promise to strip people of their legal status and then deport them. We're talking about some 1.3 million people who will be at risk if Trump becomes president. By the way, if you want to maximize your chances for asylum success, then be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss the insights that I share on this channel. Now, Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance, is talking about deporting an even broader class of immigrants who have legal status. People with temporary protected status, known as TPS. When questioned about Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, most of whom are here legally under TPS, Vance said that he considers them to be illegal. He thinks they never should have gotten TPS in the first place, so that their status now is somehow, in his eyes, not valid. Vance stated, quote, "If Kamala Harris waves the wand illegally and says these people are now here legally, well, I'm still going to call them an illegal alien. An illegal action from Kamala Harris does not make an alien legal. That is not how this works," end quote. This rhetoric is not just inflammatory, it's dangerous. It suggests that even immigrants who follow the rules and are here legally could be targeted for deportation under a potential future Trump administration. And let's be clear about something. The president does have the authority to revoke parole status or end temporary protected status for certain groups. And if that happens, and these immigrants don't have another legal status to fall back on, well, they could indeed become eligible for deportation. Trump has promised, quote, "the largest deportation in the history of our country," end quote, potentially affecting millions of immigrants. He's even pointed to specific communities like Springfield, Ohio, and Aurora, Colorado as starting points for these mass deportations. What's particularly troubling is the misinformation being spread about these immigrant communities. Trump and Vance have made baseless claims about Haitian immigrants in Springfield, including the debunked assertion that they're eating pets. Local officials, including the Republican governor of Ohio, have refuted these wild claims. But the damage has already been done, with harassment of migrants escalating. And there have also been threats. Local schools had to close down over bomb threats that included racially charged invective against Haitian migrants. Okay, let's talk about what this means for immigrants who might be affected by these policies. So if you're currently in the United States under one of these programs and you fear being harmed if you returned to your country, well, you need to consider applying for asylum immediately. You see, currently having a pending asylum application shields you from deportation. Even if your parole or TPS status is revoked, you won't be deported, at least under current policy, while your asylum case is being decided. An asylum claim will give you the chance to secure your future in America. And remember, asylum leads to permanent residency, which in turn leads to US citizenship. Also, you can get a work permit while your asylum claim is pending. This is crucial because you'll lose your ability to work legally if it's based on TPS or parole and that status is taken away from you. Listen, this situation underscores the critical importance of staying informed about immigration policies and understanding your rights. If you're an immigrant who might be affected by these potential changes, well, it's crucial to consult with an asylum lawyer right away to understand your options. Remember, the legal landscape can change quickly, especially with the change in administration. What's legal today might not be tomorrow, and that's why it's so important to act now if you think that you might have a valid claim for asylum. If you're ready to take the next step and get help with your asylum case, then please call my office today. That number is 713-909-0401. And remember, we help people all over the country, so it does not matter where you live. Call us now to schedule an asylum strategy session so that we can help you to secure your future in America through asylum. Again, I'm Brian Manning, and it's an honor to serve you in your asylum journey.